Oshio Repsion. And I wanted to say, for a young feller, you do pretty good sometimes, I thought that on this, especially on this particular video, though, I thought you did pretty well with it. See, a lot of people stumble in many things, and I guess you can say one of the things or habits or things that people can do or don't do or whatever. A lot of people don't really hit too much about drinking, and especially when it comes to alcoholic beverage. Well, a lot of people don't, excuse me. Okay, I guess you have the one category of people when it comes to Christians who want to still hang on to old habits and try to make the excuse to have old habits. And like, for instance, okay, all right, we'll go with drinking, right? And let's say, now, people are funny this way, but let's say one group of people over here, let's say, we got a party of 5 over here, right? And you got a party of 5 over here. Well, this party of 5 up over in this direction, okay, now they love to drink. They have the love to drink. And of course, they love getting drunk. But they love to drink. So they will make excuses in every which turn you can about drinking. Then you got the ones over here who don't, and so you take the ones who don't, all right, who don't love to drink. All right, now they can sit there and see that, all right, the Bible speaks about not getting drunk, and this is what they know. This is what they read in the Bible. Okay, now they will tell you that drinking is a sin. They will tell you that any kind of alcoholic beverage is a sin, etc., etc., etc. All right. Now, who's in the wrong? Who's in the right? Good question. All right, but when you got the ones who, believe in drinking, but they want to use the excuse for it because there was wine in the Bible, and things, so they just keep on, and then others, they can come up with, but it was grape juice and such and such and such and such and what have you, but they don't never really come up with any scriptures that backs it, tells you that drinking wine is a sin. Drinking beer is a sin, etc., etc., etc. So, who's right? Who's wrong? Well, you have to apply wisdom in the whole thing, and have an understanding. Okay. Now, in this book, the Bible, you find many references about people having drank wine, new wine and old wine, and then you hear about about being sober, and then you heard about people have gotten drunk, and then how the Bible speaks against getting drunk, and how that we should be sober and things, All right, as to wine, alcohol, which is it? Well, no one wants to say they had grape juice and stuff and all this. Well, the best way to settle that little argument is all right, now this is going to sound prejudiced, a prejudicial type thing a little bit here, but I'm not meaning it to. But okay, let's say if a white man goes to a black man telling a black man how to become a black man, right? Telling the black man about how his culture should be, but that black man, he knows about his culture, right? Right, okay, alright. He knows because, why? Okay. Well, you got people trying to tell how the Jewish culture is when a lot of them, not all, but a lot of your different European peoples and etc., who wants to try to define what the Jewish culture is. And they know nothing about it. But the Jews, however, do. You know, I mean, let's face it. All right, now, but ask a Jewish rabbi. If you want to settle the question and get it down pat, to really know for sure back in the times of Jesus and before, and during the apostles' days and things, ask them what was new wine and old wine. Okay, I could probably tell you here, but I'm not going to. I'm suggesting that you find that out for yourself. But yeah, and you hit on the subject, about the drinking. Not causing one to stumble. That's very true. See, because a lot of people try to hide behind. Is let not your good be evil spoken of, right? You don't want, or what or even your knowledge of something that you might know, maybe to yourself you say, well, it's okay. Well, you don't want that to cause someone else to stumble. Now, what was it Paul said about meat? If my eating meat would cause my brother to stumble, then I'll never eat it again. That's the type of attitude that we should have, basically. That's the way to view it about drinking, okay? And also, and it has to do with the Holy Spirit. There's a lot of things that does not mention in the Bible that it's wrong to do, but the Holy Spirit convicts us. And common sense also tells us that it's wrong because they're harmful to us. If you do things that it's harmful to yourself, which in it can also be harmful, in some ways harmful to others, it's better not to do those things, because then you sin. You sin against God. Okay? So the thing is, if you know to do good and you do it not, to you it is sin. Okay, now the good thing, how a lot of people can always avoid a situation, is because it mentions also about doubt. If you doubt about a situation, and you go ahead and you do something. It's like drinking. You're not sure about it, but you're going to go ahead and drink anyway. Well, you're also sinning. Okay, that's in the Bible. Read Romans. Okay, but thing is, what it all amounts to. I mean, we could talk all day about it, and I'm trying to hurry up because only my little time. I'm not very good on trying to elaborate on something in a short period of time. I'm a long-winded person a lot of times, so you have to bear with me. But basically, think of it like this. Whether it's drinking or any other habit or whatever, you need to think about how that it affects you physically, or how does it affect someone else. Will it cause others to stumble? If it causes others to stumble, it's just better not to do it at all. Period. And you'll save yourself some trouble. And the same thing, like you're smoking. All right, first of all, you're harming yourself, okay, and that's not good. All right, and the other thing is you will be harming others because they have to breathe in or you offend somebody from that, So, and not to mention the smell that gets on your clothes, and all this kind of stuff. That's offensive. So you sin one way or another. So you don't want to be doing. You don't want to sin. So these are things that one should think about. Okay. So time's running out here, so I'm going to stop here and just say, think about these things. But rather, this young man had sit there and gave you something to think about. All right. So shalom, ha ho, God bless you. I hope.